Hi everyone, and welcome to Jane Talks Trek, where I'll be talking about and reviewing an episode of the original series, The Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, or Enterprise. Today, I'm looking at Little Green Men from Deep Space Nine's fourth season, or as I like to call it, That Time Roswell Ended Well. This episode was requested by GN, Daniel Aikman, and Donald Camp. Thank you all for the suggestion, and let's get going. We begin the episode with Nog selling his junk to make money to head to Earth to join the Academy. But Worf doesn't like that idea, but tough, Sisko sends him off to go buy stuff. Dax buys Bashir a weird holodeck program, and Kira is mad that one of the items on offer was stolen from her, while Worf shows interest in a tooth sharpener. Quark is mad that Nog is going away to the Academy and steals Rom away to check the quality of the ship he's been given as payback from his cousin. But Rom says it's perfect, so Quark wants to take it for a test flight to Earth with Nog in tow. And into the credits we go. Quark leaves Morn in charge of the bar. Let's hope he doesn't have to talk to any customers. But Odo is super suspicious and sassy.
I'll be counting the days until you get back.
Jake and Nog reminisce about their time on the station before O'Brien and Bashir present him with an Earth guidebook and wish him luck. Off you go, Nog. On the shuttle, Nog excitedly rambles on about Earth facts, which bores Quark, and then Rom busts him for using his shuttle for smuggling, which Quark can't believe.
When did you get to be so smart?
I've always been smart, brother. I've just lacked self-confidence.
Aww. Nog and Rom blackmail Quark, and he orders the ship to go faster, so they reach Earth, but the engines mess up and they can't stop, and Quark thinks his cousins sabotaged the ship. There's nothing they can do except dump their cargo and something. Quark doesn't understand it either, but something goes wrong, the ship disappears, and they wake up in a lab in 1947. Why is this logo wibbling? As Quark yells at the other two, we get some familiar faces. Connor O'Farrell, who appeared twice in Enterprise, and I know as Colonel McNamara from Buffy, and had a small recurring role in CSI. Charles Napier, who's been in everything, but most notably was in the original series episode The Way to Eden, and James McDonald, who was a detective also in Buffy. They excitedly discuss their alien prisoners, but want to keep it from the public, and mention a Roswell person who's already blabbed, but they plan to blame it on a weather balloon. With no universal translator, obviously, their prisoners sound like they're talking nonsense, and Quark tries to bust his way out of the room with no success, and gets frustrated, so the guys want to shoot him. Carlson says they could learn a lot from them, so Denning puts him in charge of trying to communicate, while the three Ferengi argue over whose fault it is, and when Carlson tries to communicate, they realize their universal translators are malfunctioning and try to bop them better, which the humans thinks is a greeting and do the same.
What are they doing?
Maybe their universal translators are broken too.
Nog deduces that they've travelled back in time, and both sides discuss their situation, where Quark thinks they can make a profit. Nurse Garland administers some tests Quark likey, and she establishes that Rom and Nog are father and son, but thinks Quark might be the matriarch of the family, who discusses why their universal translators are broken. Nog thinks it's because of atomic bombs. Rom communicates to Nurse Garland that he wants her hairpin and jams it in Nog's ear, trying to reset his translator. There is so much smoking in this episode, it's weird to see, and Quark is grossed out by it, but also thinks it could be profitable. But Nog warns him not to upset the timeline. Aww, a doggy! Carlson gives the others an update before Nurse Garland rushes out, telling them all to get inside, where Quark proposes a business deal. He offers them weapons, replicators, transporters, and other tech in exchange for a shit ton of gold bars, but Denning doesn't trust him, so Quark threatens to go to the Russians, causing Denning to agree to go speak to the president. Rom tells Carson a bit about their world, while Nog tricks Nurse Garland into stroking his ears. Wait, she looks familiar too. Checking. Ah, okay. She was in the Voyager episode Body and Soul. The humans all leave, but forget to take the dog, which turns out to be Odo, who stowed aboard the ship, and plans on getting them out of there. But Rom would need a massive energy source to get them back to their own time, and Quark says he doesn't want to leave, so he can rule the world. Odo says they're all going to get on the ship and leave in 6 hours, while Denning reports the president doesn't want to make a deal without more information, which Wainwright promises to get, and does so by abducting the three of them and getting Nurse Garland to inject them. Wainwright threatens them, so Rom blurts out the truth, while Nog makes up some bullshit about an invading army, and Quark has a different approach.
We're helpless, we're harmless, we just want to sell you things.
Nog gets himself untied and hits Wainwright, who orders them shot, so Carlson and Garland protect them.
Thank you. We're all grateful, but couldn't you have done that an hour ago?
They stage a breakout, but are caught, so Odo helps them out. Sure, have a snog, there's time for that. And with only 7 minutes until an atomic bomb detonation, they rush to the site and fly straight into it, which transports them safely back to their own time. And after dropping Nog off at the academy, the others make it back to DS9, where Quark is arrested for smuggling. Star Trek's influence is all over Futurama, so it's obvious where the episode Roswell that ends well stemmed from, so my enjoyment of this episode was immediately elevated. If you know me, you know I don't like DS9. I never watched it like I watched Voyager and Enterprise. I literally only added it in because I felt I had to. I missed the context on most of the requested episodes, and honestly, every time a DS9 episode comes up on my schedule, I put off watching it until the last possible second. Having said that, once in a while a DS9 episode makes me glad I do cover the series, and this is one of them. This episode flows really well, doesn't overcomplicate things, and has a cute take on the Roswell incident. They were able to fit a lot into the episode without it feeling long-winded, and we got a lot of development with the three Ferengi, especially Rom, whose undercover intelligence I enjoyed getting to know about. My favourite part of the episode was when they were in Roswell, but before the universal translators were fixed. Prime example is Rom getting the hairpin, so I would have liked more time spent with that sort of thing, but can't fault it, a solid episode, so thank you for suggesting it. So there you have it. That was Little Green Men. If there's an episode of Star Trek you'd like me to cover, pop it down in the comments below, or come say hi on social media. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button, it really does mean a lot, or consider subscribing if you want to be assimilated into my channel. Alternatively, feel free to check out my other YouTube channels. Thank you so much for watching, I'll speak to you soon, and live long and prosper.